Coach Wable, I think, took special pride in taking kids that came from difficult situations, that didn't have the things, didn't have father figures in their lives, and giving us that structure and somebody that we could rely on, somebody that taught us how to be accountable, which is definitely the word I would use for Coach Wable. Life-changing is life-changing. I can never give enough to this school for how it changed a guy's life who would have been a farmer doing carpentry work in Carrollton, Ohio, because that was my aspirations. That's where I thought it would be for the rest of my life. So I can never repay and say enough about what this school's done for me.
Coach Wable knew what he wanted in a player as well as a person, and he looked for student athletes who had the values and qualities already mentioned. Athletes who went on to very successful coaching careers in the NFL, like Ron Lynn, class of 1966, Dom Capers, class of 1972, retired director of the U.S. Secret Service, Brian Stafford, class of 1969.
I'm privileged to be one of the many that have helped create this park and the field possible. And again, on behalf of all of them and me, I thank Mount Union, my coaches, my fellow players, for helping me achieve. It's an honor to help give back to Mount Union. And that's the greatest honor that I could ever have, and hopefully we'll continue to do so, and helps influence some of you young people and other people to do so. That's what makes this happen. Right? It doesn't just come out of here, it makes people's efforts. So thank you, Greg, thank you, Coach Monty, for giving me the opportunity to even do this. That's why it was easy to say yes. Thank you all.
The impact of this football practice field that we're able to have is significant. It's significant in recruiting, which is our lifeblood, working to get student athletes to come, showcasing the facilities, Wable Park, the Gulling Training Center, the Wable-Harter Locker Room. That's very significant. I want to thank Sean for your tremendous generosity and gift. I'd like to also thank Matt and all of the alums that have made this possible, and especially thank you all for your loyalty. I know Coach is smiling right now and not his head scouting. Thank you.
Coach Wable really laid the track for this university to be elite, and myself, a lot of other players, we wouldn't be in the position that we are today if it wasn't for Coach Wable. And because of Coach Wable, we were lucky enough to have guys like you come back and donate, so we can be lucky enough to play on a football field like this every day and not have to come out here and roll around in the mud anymore. So with that, I just really wanted to say thank you, and all the honors and all the thanks that you guys are getting for being the generous donors that you are. It's well deserved, and I know Coach Wable is looking down, very, very proud of you guys. So
the day that we did dedicate the Wable-Harter building, it was a very special day for me, and I was fairly young at the time, and Coach is sitting there, and I could tell he's just proud that we've got this, and it was called the Wable-Harter building. And he looks at me and goes, "Harter, who came up with that awful name?" So I'm glad when we redid the locker room, I said, Coach Vance, Coach really didn't like that thing being called a building. Can we come up with a name that he would like? So I'm glad we got that fixed on the rededication.
Really are excited about the opportunity that we have here to recruit, retain, and develop our student athletes through the Capers Coaching Center that we broke ground on here today. And really appreciate the generosity of Dom and Karen Capers. Just really looking forward to get in there and put this building to use. There's been a lot going on over here on the west side of campus in the last 2 years, and I think we've really enhanced our facilities over on this side of campus. Wable Park gives us a first-class practice facility that we can use year-round, the locker room expansion allows our entire team to be under one roof. Really gives us a first-class facility to showcase when we have recruits on campus. And the stadium renovation to get the roof looking repaired and really looking sharp, I think just adds to the beauty of our historic stadium. And and now with the Capers Coaching Center, we'll have a first-class facility to educate and teach, and also a place where we can enhance our academics. The generosity by so many, it's just overwhelming. I talk about it all the time with the players, of the importance of this football program to the men that have played in it over the years, and how important it is to, not only to try to put a good team on the field, but to do things right off the field, and to continue to make the alumni proud by everything that we do.